To talk about, well, Bruce Arians, yes, he is at it again, guys. He has plenty to say about Tom Brady. So here's the thing, as Shannon likes to say, BA, he's never shied away from publicly criticizing Tom Brady after games, and it continued after the Bucs lost to the Rams Monday night. Brady had a tough night, throwing deep, which included 2 interceptions. And yesterday, Arians said, quote, "We don't miss the deep ball in practice, that's for sure." The Bucs coach continued saying, "We've had the guys open. We've just missed them." And to drive home the point that there is work to be done on game day, he finished by saying, quote, "It's not a lack of confidence, it's a lack of continuity." Shannon, do you have a problem with anything he said?
Skip, I kind of feel bad because we've had this conversation, I know at least 4 times, because that's how many games they've lost. And when they lose a ball game, BA is openly and very, very critical.
Scathing.
Of Tom Brady's performance. And this is, as you mentioned earlier, is that this is something that we haven't seen a head coach do to a historically transcendent quarterback. That doesn't normally happen. Now, I'm sure there have been conversations behind closed doors between Bill Walsh, Joe Montana, maybe Chuck Noll, Terry Bradshaw.
You better believe it.
There were conversations behind closed doors, but never publicly. But, Skip, this is who BA is. Skip, the quarterback head coach is a relationship. It's like a marriage. And you talk sometime about your marriage to Ernestine. And you told her from the beginning, Ernestine, this is who I am. My job is very important. I'm going to watch sports. And the bigger the sporting event, the more apt I'm going to stay home and watch it. And we're not going to be able to go to dinner. We're not going to be able to go to the movies.
I went so far as to say it will always be number 1.
Okay.
She now says that she's a co-number 1, and I'll give her that.
She won here one. Yeah, okay. But here's the thing, though, Skip. She said, okay. She knew what she was getting into. She signed up for it. Tom Brady knew who BA was.
Well,
Skip,
did he? Did he know this was coming?
Skip, how many times did he do this to Jameis? We can't turn the ball over. I don't know what he saw. He just was a bad read. It was a terrible. See,
it wasn't in the spotlight like this is now.
I think the thing is that because of Brady's success, his past success, people feel he's beyond reproach, that you shouldn't be. And Skip, like I said, I think because we've never seen it like this.
But quick question, is the position beyond reproach?
No.
Should it be?
No.
Should it be an untouchable, uncriticizable publicly by the head coach? Should you just refrain from public criticism of the hardest position to play in all of sports?
Skip, probably if you and I think a lot of times is that you and I that's just the way it's been coached. It's been coached that way for so long, but BA says, no, I can't do. And Coach Belichick was just, Coach Belichick, even though he did it in front of the team, he never had a criticism. You know, he says, hey, we need a quarterback, need to play. Everybody needs to play better. I need to coach better. So, but I think the thing is, Skip, is that once we get past that, the Tom Brady that we saw 5 or 6 years ago, he's not there. There was a saying that Tom Brady does more with less. Now Tom Brady does less with more. It's hard for me to see somebody that has more talent from the skill set position than the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that's getting less. Would you agree with that?
Well, they are 7-4.
No, I'm talking about statistically. I understand what their record is, but you told me they're going to be 13-3, 14-2.
Well, through 9 games, Tom Brady led this whole league in what are called big-time plays, 20-plus yard completions.
What did he get?
Well, it got him to 7-3. And wait a second, the Bucs last year were 7-9. So through 10 games, he got this franchise exactly as far as they were all of last year through 16 games.
But Skip, the thing is that what BA is having a hard time adjusting to is that he's a big play head coach. Push the ball down the field. Let's get those big plays. And that's not Tom's game. Skip, I said from the very beginning, if you bring this guy in, let him run his offense. Let him do what he does. Skip, he's a quick screen game, run game guy. Now you turn him into big play, big play. No, that's not him.
Okay, just quick point.
Yes.
Weeks 1 through 7, Brady completed 43% of his 20 or more yard passes.
Right.
That'll work.
Yes.
The last 3 weeks, how about 5.3%? The last 3 weeks. Has something changed over the last 3 weeks? Did they add a player over the last 3 weeks?
They did. They did. I think the thing is also, Skip, is that he keeps saying, well, we don't miss those throws in practice. B.A., you do know they're not like trying to hit your quarterback in practice. There's a big difference, Skip, in come practice.
And I don't know if he's going against scout team practice squad or if occasionally they let him go against the first team defense.
Normally in 2 minutes, you go against the first team defense.
I got it. Well, what's been happening to the first team defense in the last 2 games? They've been getting torched.
Well, maybe
Am I right?
Maybe they're not giving Brady a good picture.
That's what I'm saying. Okay. Go ahead.
But Skip, at the end of the day, this is who B.A. is. And I think Tom has come to the realization. Tom has probably just thrown his hands up, said, you know what? This is who he is. Let it go. Skip, when he was in New England, he and Coach Belichick were in a marriage. They were in a relationship. And I have friends, not I have friends and ex-teammates that got divorced once the kid got to college.
Yep.
Coach Belichick.
I got a bunch of those friends.
Coach Belichick and Tom Brady got divorced when the kids were grown, when the kids got to college, and the kids are Super Bowls. Yep. Coach Belichick believed that he could no longer win Super Bowls with Tom Brady. I want a divorce. Well, in this relationship is just getting started. When you start, Tom, if you're going to get in this relationship, you better understand what the other party brings, because you can't get in and say he's doing this all alone and then get up, man, I didn't know he was like that. He was exactly like that. Ask Jameis. Ask all of his other quarterbacks, with the exception of Peyton, who was a rookie, Big Ben, who was a rookie. But all of his other quarterbacks, when you F up on B.A.'s watch, he going to let you know. It's simple as that, Skip. Would I do it this way? Absolutely not.
Okay. Back to Bill Belichick. According to numerous expatriates that I worked with at the other network, Belichick could be scathing in his criticism of Tom Brady behind closed doors.
Right.
Scathing, sarcastic, dismissive, treated him like a backup quarterback.
Right.
And yet, this is public. And so I have one question about this relentless scathing criticism of Arians. After each loss, he just piles on.
This is an assault, Skip.
Yes, it's an all-out assault. What does it accomplish? That's all I want to know. If you can show me, it achieves this goal, then I'll say, I didn't think of that. Help me out. What does it accomplish?
What BA is doing is saying, it's not my offense.
Thank you. It only accomplishes this guy.
Painting you guys bad.
This guy's saying, don't look at me, man. I don't know. In practice, he never misses. In games, and it opens the door for, is he choking?
Right.
Is he crumbling under the spotlight at age 43 with a new pewter uniform on? Can he not live up to the bright lights?
But Skip, what did he say open against New Orleans? He's like, he made all the throws that he missed against New Orleans opening day. He was making those throws in practice. He started this from week 1.
It's all about, don't blame me. I don't even call the plays. He even went so far yesterday as to say, hey, he calls most of his own plays, or we let him pick the plays he wants on the sideline during the game as they go to the next series.
Right.
He's telling Byron Leftwich, I like this, and this, according to Bruce Arians.
Right.
So Bruce is like, don't look at me. I have nothing to do with this.
But Skip, even he's picking the plays that he likes, but that's not his offense. You're still asking him to push the ball down the field.
It's not Tom's offense.
Right.
I agree. So let's not underestimate what I just brought up. You at 7-3, you have tried to insert into the mix on offense that was working at a pretty high level with all the numbers I just gave you. You tried to throw Antonio Brown into the middle of this. Not only does he have a huge personality, he has a huge presence on the field and in the huddle. Numerous times the other night, they had quick cutaways of AB and Tom going back and forth. And you know what AB was saying? I got him. I'm open. I can run this. I got him on this. It's hard on the quarterback because the quarterback loves little Antonio.
Right.
And he would like nothing better than to connect with little Antonio on a deep ball that would just open Pandora's box of deep balls.
Right.
He is obviously in a slump right now over the last 3 games, especially the last 2 games, trying to get somebody deep.
Right.
And he did throw the one, I think it was in the third quarter the other night.
Right.
But they tried the one deep ball to Antonio. I think we still have that. We showed it the other day. We showed it Monday.
Of the left side.
Yeah, but it's just, this is how close it was. It's a good throw. It's just like it's off his fingertips. Right. And BA says, we can't have balls going off fingertips. Well, is that a bad throw? Should it have been 6 inches shorter? Yeah, you could argue, but the DB's going to get a hand on it.
Exactly.
Right?
And plus, Skip, I mean, he make it seem like AB 6'5". AB looks,
what is he?
Small,
is he 5'10"?
5'10".
Okay.
That's the thing. That's why you like big receivers, because you got a bigger catch radius.
Okay. So I have
Bye.